Yo, more Spider-Man news. I'm gonna take it more about the story and character switching, which, sure, I'm just gonna dive in. I'm just gonna breeze through. If anything important comes up, then I'll talk about it. But while the setting and the characters were familiar, the game's darker tone was not. Something much discussed online after by fans of Insomniac's previous games. The quippy and amiable Peter Parker now seems frustrated and snappy, while his new symbiote suit gave off a very different reptilian-like vibe. Peter seems to relish his suit's slithering, withering potential and slammed his adversaries to the ground with simmering rage. So basically what they are saying, which would be obvious to anyone that knows the Spider-Man comic series, TV show, movie, whatever, that the symbiote is going to push him to the edge, which was kind of expected. I don't know what else he would even tell me, because if you're going to give me story details, I want story details on something, on a potential or something that you haven't shown. Like, maybe he goes up against a certain fan favorite villain or something, I don't know. In the beginning of the sequence, obviously you show the phenomenal person that's again at the symbiote, and Pete being bonded with the symbiote. Does not mean we'll spend the entire game with Moody bristling Peter Parker. Of course, because he's going to have to lose it, learn that great power comes great responsibility again. We should still expect to see plenty of the charm his studio is known for, as well as the human story to the people behind the superhero mask. Yeah? So it's going to be Spider-Man and Miles, but with a slightly darker tone. The theme of addiction is prevalent, especially because of the symbiote. We did a lot of research not only on the previous stories with the symbiote, but also just looking at when Peter is bonded and what that can feel like. Not to go into too many things and how it's played into the narrative, but we want to treat it very seriously. See, there you go. Like, it's what we would expect from a studio like Insomniac that really cares about Spider-Man, is that they're going to take care in making the narrative good and not just, oh, he's evil to be evil here, or he's hurting people to be hurting people because he's fed up or whatever. There's going to be more to the character and to the story than just regular. But yeah, to summarize, the game will be darker like they said, and will have a theme of addiction. Cool. Now to move on to character switching. But I still have some questions. Can we only switch characters at certain story points, or we have to switch freely? Answer a little bit of both. As to be expected. Story, they're going to tell you when to switch, and when you're in open gameplay, not starting a mission or whatever, you can just switch whenever you feel like it. That's pretty much the gist of it that I could give you already without even reading this. When you're playing the main story, we control when you switch. It's done in service of the story when we're making those switches, for sure. So as you saw, the gameplay reveals taking the main story, we are predetermining those based on what we want to do for the story to play out, or how the story plays out. Open world is different. We have content designed around Peter, and we have content designed around Miles. Oh, okay. And we have content where you can play either. Okay, so like, say for example, there is a side mission that both of them are involved in. I'm assuming you can just pick who you play as while even in the mission, because they'll be like walking alongside each other maybe. I just want to see them swinging side by side in the middle of a... We saw that anyway. What am I talking about? Saw that in the gameplay. I want to feel it. I want to be there and do it. That's just pretty much what I'm saying. But I assume content design around either will be more accustomed to like do only symbiote attacks with Peter, do a time trial with Miles only using his Venom power, as the name might have to be changed. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But additionally, this character switching will all tie in with Spider-Man 2's three skill trees: one for Peter, one for Miles, and one night shared. Cool. The shared one probably be like gadgets, because if you looked at the gameplay, Miles and Peter had the same gadgets that were unlocked, but obviously their L1 attacks were obviously different because that's more custom to them. That'll be what it's. That's probably what they're mainly talking about. As well, Venom powers, whereas Peter has symbiote abilities. Still calling it Venom powers. Okay. No point in changing it. Venom is not Venom. I wonder if they. Do you think they would even call him Venom in the game? Might not even say Venom. I asked if there will be the chance of perhaps switching to other characters such as reporting Peter's girlfriend MJ, but I was quickly told I needed to keep on focusing on last week's gameplay. Well, yeah, he did try, because from what I understand, from majority of the community, people that have played the game, don't really like it. I don't care, because once you do it once, you speedrun it. Like, it's not even difficult. Like, it's like oh, okay, I'm doing this. It doesn't take. You could spend like maybe 2-3 minutes on each of those sections and get it done and not even focus on them anymore. I did like what they were trying to do in the train station. I can't remember what it's called. Grand Central Station, something like that. Where like MJ was walking around, but Peter would do the stealth attacks. That's kind of cool. Like I was enjoying that, but the rest of it is like, didn't realize that there's more. I didn't know why I didn't check, and I could have checked, but I'm stupid. The sequel will feature a New York City map that's twice the size of the first game. I will happily take that, because I need to see more scenery. I played the first one and a bit of Miles for way too long. Just need a bit more. Map size will be twice the size. Ooh. We'll be adding, obviously, well, returning of Manhattan, but also adding Queens and Brooklyn, which Queens we saw. Brooklyn was kind of to be expected because of where Miles probably might live there now. He might have moved with his mom, who knows. But obviously he goes to school in Brooklyn, because obviously in his game he has the blazer on as one of the suits, and other boroughs. I'm not familiar with the other boroughs because I'm not from New York, so that's cool though. Adding more is always great, and obviously the flying probably helps you get across each one faster, other than just fast traveling. Co-op was never an option, thank the Lord. As much as I would like a Spider-Man game to be co-op, it didn't need to be this one. Personally, no need for it. Yeah, why is that? Full 23. So long. The thing is, yeah, if they just... Okay, hold on. It's really just making sure that we're really confident that when we announce the date, we're gonna hit it. It's really just about that. Okay, fair enough. Because to me, a release date gives you more comfort. You're like, okay, I know exactly when this game is gonna come out. Yeah, now I'm done. Oh, a Spider-Verse tag at the end. I'm gonna watch this tomorrow because it's still not midnight for me. I keep hearing the film was like 10 out of 10, so can't wait to watch that. But also, if they also wanted to just drop a sneaky little trailer saying, ooh, Miles' suit's going to be available as a pre-order bonus, sure, I'll take it. it's more news and more confirmation of. I just want to see the suit in the game. I just want to use the suit. Okay, now I'm done.